friends, welcome back to Nanaba's Kitchen. And if you just stopped by for the very first time today, the warmest welcome to you and thank you so much for doing so. Now to my subscribers and to even those who haven't subscribed yet and still watch my videos and give me support and love, I truly appreciate you so much for being with me from day one up to this very moment. The love has been amazing and I cannot be more appreciative. Thank you. On the menu today is the healthiest okra soup ever. I can't wait to get started, so let's do it. Yes, friends, so if you know me very well, then you know that one of my all-time favorite savory indulgence is okra soup and banku. Yes, all my friends know this about me. So if you are like me, you love your okra soup, and you're looking for healthier alternatives in preparing this lovely dish, then I tell you what, you are in the right place today, because I put this recipe together with you also in mind. So I'm using fresh seafood, and I'm also going to be incorporating some dry smoked seafood later on. So I have 2 medium-sized sea bass, and I also have mackerel, 1 medium-sized mackerel. I've cleaned my fish. I've removed the gills and also cut the mouths off, and I leave the heads on because I believe that a lot of the flavor of the fish is stored in there. I have drizzled some olive oil onto the fish, added my seasoning, which is salt and crushed black pepper, and now I'm grating ginger and shallot onion as well. Now I'm using very few ingredients and also fresh ingredients to marinate my fish, because my goal here is to really tame that fresh fishy flavor without masking that same flavor. So I'm not using a whole lot of ingredients in marinating my fish. So I make sure that all of the fish pieces are coated well with the marinade, and then I set them onto my sheet pan over the grate, and it's going to go into the oven, and I'm going to grill this for about 15 minutes at 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, after removing the fish pieces, a little bit of the marinade is left on the bottom of the pan, so I add the rest of my protein, which is these prawns that are deveined, prawns or shrimp, however you call them, and also the heads have been removed, but I leave the tails on so it's a lot prettier. You know, you have to think of presentation of the final product. So now the fish goes into the oven. I also have my king crab legs, and those king crab legs, let me tell you, they can break the bank if you go and buy a whole lot of them, because they're not cheap, but a little bit is all you need, and it's very delicious in this recipe. So if you have access to them, please go for it. Now in my pan, I have my coconut oil for a little bit of that, you know, nice flavor. Now I also have 3 shallot onions sliced thinly and pakoshito. In the absence of pakoshito, please, you can always incorporate your scotch bonnet or your serrano chilies. And what I have added also is some salt to really help caramelize these ingredients quickly. I'm cooking over medium heat until perfectly caramelized, so we have some brown on these ingredients. Now I have aniseed. This is a 1/4 teaspoon of aniseed, and I also have my secret ingredient, dawadawa. If you've been watching my videos, you know that I'm into creating depths of flavor, and dawadawa always helps me with that. So I also have my shallot onion, ginger, garlic, and I also have 1 habanero chili, and we're going to blend these together with just 100 milliliters of water, and here is what we have after we blend it together. And I'm telling you, the smell of this mixture here, Lord Jesus have mercy, is all I'm gonna say. Try the recipe and you will also have the same experience out of this world. I have rinsed my pan with about 100 milliliters of water, and I have incorporated it. So what I'm trying to do here is really create that base for the broth in which we're going to be cooking this soup. So you see, it's really important that you add the right ingredients that can help you create that depth of flavor. So the dawadawa comes in really handy. Now I have my dry smoked ingredients. I have my herrings, my stock fish, and then I also have tilapia that's also been smoked, and I also just added some dry smoked shrimp. Now I'm incorporating hot boiling water and this is how the broth gets created. Now you want to season as you go, and the seasoning amount is per your own preference. I believe in seasoning being important, especially if you're developing a broth. Now look at how deep the flavors are looking at this point. I have just incorporated my king crab legs and my prawns. At this point, I have been cooking for just 20 minutes, developing this beautiful broth. Okay, so the ingredients I've just incorporated, the king crab legs are parboiled, so they're already cooked. And then the prawns are also very delicate, so we don't want to overcook those. Now my fish is ready. It's been 15 minutes, and see how it's a little bit on the dry side, and that's what I was going for. I wanted them to firm up so they don't disintegrate when I introduce them to the pot of soup. So those have gone in, and I just make sure that they are immersed beautifully so that they can take on the flavors of the broth. Now my star ingredient gets worked on. So I just remove the heads and the tails, and they go into my blender. Yes, I'm blending today, but I'm going to use the pulse action, and I have just added 1,000 milliliters of water, and I pulsed it just 3 times using that Ninja blender. So this is the texture you end up with. Now I'm not going to be adding any kanwe or cow or any baking soda into my okra today to enhance the draw. Because I blended it, I don't even need that ingredient. Now I've also just added my fresh spinach, and we are almost done cooking, y'all. We're gonna cook another 15 minutes just to get the okra and the spinach cooked through, and then I'm going to introduce some more fresh flavors. Now this soup, in spite of the fact that we're not incorporating any oil in terms of the red palm oil, I'm telling you, it's so delicious. I've just added some green bell peppers, some red bell peppers for a little bit of sweetness. Trust me, it works perfectly in this dish. All right, I'm also going to be adding some fresh onions just before I turn my heat off to get that crunch. I love fresh crunchy onions in my soups and stews. If you watch my videos, you will notice that is one of the things I love to do. I've also added some more habaneros to it, and our soup is cooked. It took only 35 minutes to cook this beautiful, lovely soup. Try the recipe, you'll love it. I thank you for watching. Make it a great day and have fun, especially in that kitchen.